What was that? Hey everybody, I got my headphones on. I'm getting ready to click play. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna wear these headphones because they get real hot and uh, makes me feel like I'm deaf. So I'm gonna put my headphones in. Nobody's even here. Hey, what's up, White Tim? White dude? Tim Schwope? Can you hear me okay? What's up, Cody A? Can you hear me okay? I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear y'all. It's Halloween time. Do 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 do. Am I in frame? How's this look? Huh? How do I sound? How do I look? Is it working? Hello. Play. There we go. Stream was interrupted. Stream was interrupted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm back. Got the Universal logo. Some nice stringed instruments. It's a nice eerie sound. I do like that. You got the Miramax. Remember when Miramax was like the shit? Like back when they did all the Kevin Smith movies? That was great. Oh, you got the Blumhouse. Blumhouse does have a relatively cool production video, whatever you want to call it. Uh, anyway, hopefully I don't lose y'all again. I guess I'm going to have to pay attention to the clock in the upper left-hand corner. Malik Akkad, is he related to Mustafa Akkad? Mustafa. Or Mufasa, never mind. Uh-oh. I got subtitles. I'm not going to bother turning the subtitles off. Or do you want to figure out how to turn the subtitles? How do you think you do it? Oh. It was as simple as that.
Glad you figured out something.
See, the thing about Sartain is right off the bat, I do not like his voice. Uh, he sounds like he's trying to be like Van Helsing from Dracula Dead and Loving It. She will become one herself. What? She will become. I'm kidding. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, don't get me started on these two. Completely annoying and slightly unnecessary. I'm sure they could have came up with a better way. I don't know. It's like the exposition podcast. You know what I mean? Why do you have to be from Transylvania? I mean, I thought we were in America. Like, isn't this supposed to be America?
Dirty feet.
This is eventful, isn't it? Me sitting here watching a movie.
John Kyle Stanton says, "Let me know when they show the Back to the Future pinball machine." Kid Zombie, he can't see your live comments because he's watching the movie. Otherwise, I'm sitting off to the side. I'm reading them.
Hold on. Can you hear the volume?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I don't hear the movie at all. Sabini Jason wants to know, why does Dr. Sartain have ridiculous amounts of eyeliner?
Now I do like the checkerboard. It's neat to look at. Like this, if you're watching at the same time as me, uh, yeah, this whole scene right here is stupid. Hello, Michael. I'm going to talk to your back with this microphone. I don't know. I guess it's just this guy in particular and his delivery of this. It's just so fucking cringy. I don't know. Because yeah, it's at the part where he's talking to Michael, wanting to know more about that night. Like he could get this from his friend at the attorney general's office. That's fucking plausible. Now this music, this music, I like it. He got a little bump on his forehead.
Well, I do like how the eye is a little. You can tell it's like messed up.
Figaro.
It's actually kind of enjoyable watching it with no sound.
I mean, I can't say that the direction and editing of the scene isn't decent. It's just I don't get it. I don't get it. Why they would even let these people do this? I get it. They're making a movie, so they had to, have it, somehow. I don't know. So yeah, the whole opening scene is kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, I keep looking at myself, but yeah, as soon as it cuts to Halloween and this happens with the inflation of the pumpkin, that's goddamn genius.
I do enjoy that backwards.
Like, as much as I didn't like the opening scene, even though it was shot well in the theater, as soon as this happened, I got excited. Like, oh, let me sit up straight in my chair. This might get good. So let's do it. Because this is definitely within the top 3 opening sequences. Of course, they only did the thing with the pumpkin in the first and the second one, I guess. But I did like the skull in the second one. And I guess while we're waiting for this, I was thinking of something while I was waiting to watch this about how if they were just going to use that scene where it's basically a shot-for-shot scene from the scene in the second one where he's walking down the alley and he goes in the house and kills what's-her-name with the hammer. I was thinking, if you're going to go that far, why not just remake the second one? And if you're going to drop the Laurie brother-sister angle, why not just have it just be a remake? Hear me out. And have it take place directly after the events of the first night, but have them not be able to catch Michael and have them not go after Laurie. Have them go to like another group of teenagers. Anyway, we're back to the movie. And these jackasses are driving around. Just, let's listen. I mean, it's not that I don't like people with accents, because I don't mind people with accents. But I feel like maybe that might be part of my problem. It's just why are these people foreign? Or not foreign, but why Why couldn't they just got somebody with a normal just accent? It bothers me. It's a Halloween movie. You know, Donald Pleasant had an accent. Now everybody in the fucking movie's got an accent. Because here's the other thing, like they're waiting to get into Laurie's house, and I did miss the first time I saw this that Dr. Sartain's the one that gives them the $3,000 to get them in the bribe her with, but I mean they're dicks just for not straight up offering her right away, but I don't know. There it goes, $3,000. There you go. That'll get them in. But my thing is, you got to think of all the possible real life cases where 3 people were attacked one night and then went on about their lives. They didn't go all Sarah Connor and like build a little hideaway hut out in the middle of nowhere. Are you reading these comments? Because I just so you know, I can't read and watch at the same time.
Do you want me to read them to you? Can you hear me?
Every once in a while, yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, it's like you're not gonna fucking get that fucking paranoid just because he was wearing a mask. It was because there was creepy music playing in the background when he was chasing you. I don't understand. So I think this whole movie's far fetched.
Tell Leela hi.
Who?
Leela.
Oh hi. Well. Looks like we might have to stop this. Oh, it came back. It let me come back. Oh God. Anyway, hold on. Let me listen, and then I'll tell you. That's another thing. You got to watch and make sure it doesn't cut out or something, so you can tell me, "Oh, hey, push."
Well, if it cuts out on you, it hits me like 30 seconds. Like it's a little bit behind on mine.
I mean, see, I do like the line where she's like, "Don't you believe in the boogeyman?" and then she tells him that he should. I like that. But
Michael Rake says, "How's it going?"
How's it going, everybody?
That's what he said. Johnny Styles says the cashier guy looks like Derek Mears, but it's hard to tell because he doesn't have any teeth.
Shit, too fit. Like, see. Oh, he murdered 5 people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please do not exclude that poor mechanic.
Which one's Ray? Who's Ray in this?
I don't know.
I hate these 2 podcasters though. I don't know what it is. I just don't.
Oh, Ray is Allison's dad.
Oh well, yeah, everybody hates Ray except for Lee McCoy. Lee McCoy loves Ray.
He just likes getting penis on his or peanut butter.
Yeah, he likes to get penis on his. He puts his penis in a peanut butter jar. Is what he did.
I never said that. He likes to get peanut butter on his penis.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lee. I'm just kidding. We showed him the mask. There was no response, nothing. It's like, what the fuck did you think? Like, he hasn't spoke since he was a 6-year-old boy. And you thought he was going to talk to you? Some fucking nobody from nowhere?
Gross.
And now he's trying to convince her, who's been terrified for 40 fucking years, oh, you should confront your attacker 40 years later, even though it's ruined your life. It's like you're podcasters. I don't get it. I mean, I know it's supposed to be modern times. I mean, that was totally worth $3,000.
Bye. She's
What?
gonna drive now.
Oh, go drive then. Now, I do like that. You want to shit under my sink? I'll murder you and your whole family. That's some shit that I would say. Except I wouldn't do that because I can't kill things. I kill bugs. but I gotta
David says he
I gotta
doesn't know
have
how
Sarah.
he feels when Lori
I gotta have
says,
Sarah kill the bugs, so I'm scared of them.
David says, I don't know how I feel when Lori says that the guy is the new Loomis.
And what's her daughter's name? Lady that plays the daughter, because I can't stand her fucking voice. I think that's what it is.
And then,
There it is. I got peanut butter on my penis.
I got peanut butter on my penis. Savini Jason says, I hated how they
Not to
bring up
mention,
Lori's-
like, honestly,
It's Judy Greer.
yeah, all the shit that comes out of his mouth is fucking stupid, and he serves absolutely no purpose to the movie other than to just be there and just spout off fucking some shit that Danny McBride probably wrote down.
Yo. It's been commented, I hated how they brought up Lori's broken family to try to get a reaction from her. So disrespectful.
What? Oh yeah. Like the whole thing about the journalist going there is fucking completely ridiculous. The fact that they went and seen Michael Myers. I mean, I know that they had to write a movie, but they could have came up with a different way to go about this fucking story. Like, I'm not happy with the whole all-around story. Now, see, these three characters right here, I don't know who's all watching along with me, but the granddaughter, whatever the hell her name is, the babysitter, and then the babysitter's boyfriend. They're pretty much the only three characters in the movie that I like, aside from Michael Myers.
Michael Rake says Judy Greer was pretty good as Fern Mayo in Jawbreaker, though.
Oh, I haven't seen Jawbreaker since, what, 2001, maybe?
I've never watched it with you.
That's the one with Rose McGowan, right? Where a girl swallows the Jawbreaker.
Why, hence the name Jawbreaker.
I guess. It's got what's-her-ass from Urban Legend, too. Exactly. Three people getting killed with a knife is not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's like local news shit. How many stabbings there are in America, and like this shit doesn't happen?
Yeah, it makes it a little far-fetched that it would be national news.
And then this fucking guy. I hate his face. Like, his hair's stupid.
Oh, her boyfriend? Yeah, her boyfriend's ridiculous looking. He just screams out, I wear Axe body spray.
Yeah, he screams out, I wear Axe body spray. And then, oh my God, 10 times worse. 10 times worse. I was hoping that he would accidentally slip and fall and die immediately. As soon as he's like a retarded, more retarded. Oh, that's a sensitive word. God damn it.
More brain damage?
He's like worse.
Worse than? He's almost like Vincent D'Onofrio's character in Full Metal Jacket.
No, but here's what he is. He's T.J. Miller's bitch clone. If you're familiar with Family Guy, you know the episode where Stewie clones Brian and him, and they call him Bitch Stewie and Bitch Brian. Well, that's this fucking character, the boyfriend's friend or whatever. That's a bitch clone of T.J. Miller. Oh, why don't we just missed the throwback to the first film where Laurie's standing outside watching her granddaughter through the window, which, you know, she absolutely can't see her granddaughter. But I do absolutely love this scene. It is a shame that she can't have a relationship with her grandmother
I'm sorry.
because her
I was
mom's a
eating
cunt.
string cheese with the dogs and fell behind on the comments. White Tim wants to know, but how many 6-year-olds kills their sister and broke out and killed more?
That's true. That's true, White Tim.
National news.
What?
Maybe on extra, but not
Extra,
on
extra.
and, you know, and on a huge level like that. Hey Brian, I sure.
Well, here's the other thing about like this whole storyline. If she's this fucked up and mentally damaged over it, even though it was 40 years ago, the only way it would make sense for her to be this fucked up about it is because she found out that she's his sister. And then he killed his first sister, and now obviously he's going to come back for her someday. Otherwise, there's no reason for her to be out there shooting guns, just practicing, waiting for him to break out one day. Even though a lot of people have a theory that she's the one that caused the bus crash. This movie pisses me the fuck off. It's well shot. Even though it doesn't have a hollow, like, look at it. Even though there was Halloween decorations in the window, something about it does not feel like the Halloween atmosphere. It doesn't feel like it's produced like by a COD.
No, I don't think the brother-sister aspect should have been kept. That was just some sort of like...
Well, then they would have had to come up with a better story than she's all fucking... Maybe they should have just had it where she was living her fucking life and he fucking just
See, that
happened to
probably
come
would have been better if she was just living life and he came back after her. That would have been way better. Otherwise, the
have
whole
her forget
brother-sister
he
thing
even
is silly.
existed.
Because the whole brother-sister angle was nothing but a quickly thrown out idea to have some sort of premise as to why he's coming back after her in part 2. So, yeah, no, I'm glad they got rid of it. I thought that was stupid as shit. I like the thought.
I really do like this part of the score, though. I mean, there's not really any bad music in the movie.
White Tim, I don't sound like no damn Courtney Love.
I mean, I don't know if it's the film they shot it on, the filter they used, but the movie looks too polished to be a slasher movie for one thing, let alone a Halloween movie. I don't even know what I'm complaining about, and I can't explain what my complaint is. Well, yeah, she's sitting outside and she's watching the bus leave, which begs the question: how the hell did she know that the bus was leaving?
Because she's got insider info.
Oh, she's got insider info?
She's got the insider info. Michael Raitt says John Carpenter admitted to being pretty drunk while writing Halloween 2, so the sibling bit was probably chalked up to Pabst.
What? This is so hard. I don't know how people do this. Watch a movie and try to tell you what's going on while you're trying to listen.
That's because most of the time they're like reading their own comments.
Because this scene right here isn't necessarily that bad. It's just...
He should have got peanut butter on his penis again.
No, it might not even be that. That might have been funnier if it was somebody else. I don't know what this fucking guy's problem is. I just don't like him. The same thing, I don't like...
Well, it's because they are an unlikable couple.
I mean, I guess are they supposed to be unlikable?
No, you're supposed to find them charming and funny.
I mean, Judy Greer just seems like she's a fucking bitch in real life. No offense, to Judy Greer if she's a bitch in real life. I don't know who could chug wine like that, but that's gross. See, this is so weird. I feel like there's just so much dead space while I'm trying to do this.
I only counted about like 5 seconds of dead space, and then you started talking again. And now here come the waterworks.
She's sitting there crying. She drove there and she saw him. How did like did they seriously acknowledge that she finds out that he's leaving the? I don't know.
Chances are she was probably part of a victims of violent crime network where she had to be
starting to think
notified when he got paroled or up for parole or moved or anything.
Oh, okay. I guess that does make sense. My bad, everybody. My bad. Somebody started watching it and then they turned it off. But yeah, I guess like the relationship between what's her name and Lori.
Michael Rake says Michael is really a hero in this movie. Besides killing the poor kid and his dad for the car, the rest of these people are just despicable asswipes. Smith Scrove owed him a gift package, not chains.
It is her voice. It's like so shrill. Like Judy Greer. This almost everybody was miscast for this movie, except for Michael. Except for Michael. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis does a good job, but like.
Drum Dum says he thought Allison was actually a pretty decent character.
Is Allison the mom or the it might have been a better character if it was portrayed by a different actress. I don't know what it is about Judy Greer. She just reminds me of so many people that I've dealt with working in retail. Oh no, I'm losing viewers. Manager. I'm losing viewers. I better start being funny.
That's right. Entertain us, monkey.
And let's just be honest. As heartbreaking as this scene is, with the father and the son having an argument about, oh, there's the bus. Their back and forth in delivery is just terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Oh, Allison was not Judy Greer. Allison is the daughter.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Judy Greer is the daughter. The granddaughter. See, I don't know. I didn't do my research before I watched the movie, and I can't hear while I'm talking. But anyway, yeah, this scene, I just felt like the delivery was off on these actors, the kid. But this is like extremely heartbreaking. Just
thank you, Lee. I didn't get on IMDb before this, so I don't remember character names. I've only seen it once.
I mean, the kid does seem to do a little bit better once he's like freaking out, but like when he was just him talking to his dad about wanting to be a dancer and stuff, it just. Maybe it's the fog, but this is like the only scene in the movie where I felt like there was atmosphere, like that Halloween atmosphere that I'm looking for when I'm watching a Halloween movie. And this is one of the better scenes in the movie, by the way. Lee, did you hear what happened? Ashley let me borrow her digital download code, and we went to buy it, or we went to put the download code in, and accidentally bought it for $20, even though I was gonna eventually try to get the Steelbook. Yeah, this part's kind of heartbreaking. Poor kid. All he wanted to do was dance. I am glad that Sartain got shot because fuck that guy. And it's a shame that I can only remember the worst character in the movie's name. Even though some people like Dr. Sartain, think he's interesting. I mean, that's a terrible thing to do to a fucking child. That's the thing about this movie, man. It does have some baller ass kills. Look at me, baller ass kills. Yeah, I'm so cool, y'all.
Lee said that that's hilarious. He bought the digital and bought the 4K release today. His wallet feels your pain.
I do like this scene at the gas station. And what I can't remember what this actor's name is, but the guy that plays the sheriff, everything he's in, top notch stuff. They got this movie called The Canyon. One of these days I'll sit down and review it. I'm pretty sure he's in that. But yeah, I loved him in Gone in 60 Seconds. Like he used to be like literally in every movie in like the late 90s and early 2000s. He's just I take it back about all characters being like I really like him, but it's just because I like him as an actor.
Johnny Styles says, I really appreciate the throwback scenes, but there are so many that the movie struggles to find its own identity.
Exactly. It's like if you're gonna get rid of all the sequels, just I don't know. I feel like they could have did so much other stuff. So much other stuff.
And Michael Rake said there's a missed opportunity in a deleted scene. Allison's boyfriend goes to jail for being drunk and mouthing off to the cops in his dress and makeup. I'm sure he had a great night in county with that getup.
Oh, that would have been great to be in the actual movie.
And,
you also probably got to wonder how much of this was the studio's fault. I mean, sure, a lot of people liked it. But
and Mickey Gary probably is in the couch. That's why he's not on the couch. I don't know where he is.
What is so special about Judith Myers?
Judith Myers?
Oh, that's what Cody Archer was talking about. He's talking about getting to see Judith Myers' boobs on the big screen for the first time.
And yes, I think I do deserve another meal from Skyline for reading all the comments. Thank you.
Oh, there they are.
Bloody boobs. Nips.
Bloody boobs.
Saw some nip. Oh, watch out, Frank.
Yeah, I absolutely hate this podcaster. His delivery is just so over dramatic. And again, that could be part of the what do you call it? Part of the accent. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Gary's in laying down on the bed.
So we're at the hospital. We're having I don't know what to talk about. How are y'all doing? There's only 12 people watching. Oh man. I do like how he calls it the Babysitter Murders. That's funny because that's the original title for Halloween. But apparently, John Carpenter found out that Bob Clark had an idea for a sequel to Black Christmas where the killer survives and he comes back on Halloween. He was going to call it Halloween, but instead of calling calling that Halloween, they just went ahead and made Halloween.
Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? You'll be getting the Halloween 209 review probably tomorrow or the next day. He had to make it through this first.
What, you want Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? Is that what he's talking
Yeah.
about? I was going to do that first, but since Ashley gave me her promo code or whatever, and I still ended up accidentally buying it.
The difference between Gold
Oh,
Star
hey,
and
we're getting to everybody's favorite scene that they
the
showed
bathroom.
entirely too much of in the trailer.
Gold Star or Skyline, it depends on whether you like chocolate or cinnamon. And I know that sounds
Where's the
weird.
Louvre? Like are they
Skyline a
from
lot
like
better.
England? Do they not live in America? Like who comes all the way over here from England to do a fucking podcast on Michael Myers? Because otherwise, if you're
people
not
that
from
wanna
England,
get
and
to
there's
the
people that live in
bathroom.
America with English accents, and I'm sure they don't go around to gas stations in the middle of the boonies going, "Do you know where the Louvre is?"
The Lou.
The loo. Do you know where the loo is? I was
The
like, what the
Louvre is
fuck
the-
are you talking about, lady? Oh, I got the bathroom. I got to take a piss.
Get up here.
I was so happy when this when the Brit gets it. Well, they're both Brits. But just how he knocks on the door, because yeah, this scene is badass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna just sit here and hate on the movie the whole time I'm watching it. Now I noticed a lot of people left. They were like, "Oh, this asshole's just
You're
somebody else."
pretty much maintaining an even keel, so
That's all right. Nobody likes me because I talk shit about Halloween. I'll never be big and famous like Lee McCoy.
I like the memes that they've been doing about her looking in the toilet and there's stuff in the toilet. I like looking at memes.
Yeah.
I like staying young with the young people.
Shh, shh.
I don't know why
This
you're
is
shushing
suspenseful.
me. I can't hear it.
This is a suspenseful part. I want everybody to be able to hear me. All right. So someone's in there. He's knocking at the door. Like this is what maybe the best. We'll see which scene is the best. When we come to it, I'm like, no, definitely this one. I might say that like 3 or 4 times, but eventually we'll get to the best scene in the movie. Even though the bathroom scene might be the best scene in the movie. That jaw,
it's his teeth.
that jaw was definitely fucked up.
It was his fucked up jaw.
See, they should have known not to let Michael work out for 40 years because he's just working out and getting strong. That way he can rip people's jaws off. Because you got to think he's 60 years old.
Good
How's
point.
he staying this this that's where the teeth. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Took me 3 times of watching it to figure out that wasn't the British dude's teeth. I kept thinking that was the British dude's
See,
teeth.
they're awful brown. And I
Oh, she
know-
didn't even wipe.
Hey,
didn't
that's
even
a
wipe.
Throwback.
Everybody's just gonna leave because my thing keeps crashing. All right, so I guess Lee was right. Even though she gets on my nerves a lot, it is kind of sad what happens to her, and you do kind of have to feel bad. That
I
her
feel
best
bad for
friend
anybody that gets
gets
killed
his
for shit.
ass handed to him by a senior citizen. But yeah, that's fucking badass. I love that. Michael Myers is the best part of this movie. Of course, that's a given. That's one of the only people watch Halloween because they love Michael Myers so much. See, if she would have opened the door, maybe he wouldn't have fucking broke his head on the stall door. Just open up. He just wants your car keys. What if that's all he wanted was the car keys? Nah, he probably wanted to kill him for having the nerve. This is what you fucking get, you stupid motherfuckers, for coming and aggravating Michael when he's just trying to live in peace. He don't need people coming and asking him questions when you know goddamn good well he ain't gonna fucking answer the shit.
Well, see, they flashed that.
But
that
yeah,
ass
hold on,
at him.
hold on. Oh,
Is he making like
no, it's the score.
Oh.
And just in case anybody's even watching the movie along with me, I wanted to be quiet and listen to that together and pretend like I was playing the air piano. I'm losing all my viewers.
Is she mixing together some Metamucil?
I'm surprised we don't have any like what do you call them?
Jars of Activia?
Product placement of Activia. That would have been hilarious. I mean, you got a comedic director directing a Halloween movie starring old ass Jamie Lee Curtis, and they ain't going to try to get some product placement of some Activia in there. I find it hard to believe. And it's like, where do you get? Did she go to school for engineering to learn how to get her kitchen island to slide out of the way to reveal a basement where she can go down and set up booby traps and store her?
She's like Sarah Connor. She just slept with a lot of shady people just so that they would remodel her house.
I don't know. Somebody comment and let me know if you can hear the secretary in the background with her backseat commentary. Uh-oh. The door's open.
Uh-oh. Why that door open?
See, this is the first time I watched it in the theater. This is one of the parts where I was nodding out. And then I was like, oh, the door's open. Is shit about to get real? And then it started. Oh, there he is. Hey, hi, how you doing? There's only 11 people here. I told everybody that I was coming to do this.
David said he had to go.
Oh, well, it's fine.
He
it's
said
fine.
goodbye.
It's fine. I know everybody's got lives to live. See, like, he's supposed to be being serious about, I know how to take care of my family. I know jiu-jitsu. Like, Judy Greer's character seems like the type of person that listens to self-help. And I mean, she probably is, since she had such a traumatic childhood because she had to learn how to fend for herself against the forces of evil.
Product placement. Oh no.
Oh, the sheriff was there that night. I mean, I get it. He killed his sister. You know, like I said, he killed his sister when he was 6 years old. And then when he was 21, he broke out and killed 5 more people. That's 6 people. Like, everybody's acting like, I don't know. Oh, I do love this. I do love this because it's got that. There's that music. There's that music. But yeah, like I think they did this perfect. This is another scene that has, somewhat atmosphere because there's like a orange hue, like aura to it.
That's kind of like a tan palette to it. Like a tan palette.
And just the way the camera moves is so John Carpenter-esque. But there's like a lot of scenes in the movie that just didn't feel John Carpenter-esque. And it's like, if you're trying to fucking be John Carpenter-esque, what? Did I not say atmospheric?
That was really funny to look up and just see that chair moving. It's like, oh, hey, what's going on? But
Poor
I knew
lady.
what was going on.
I mean, I guess the whole reason Michael goes on this killing spree when he first gets out is because he's making up for lost time. I am glad he didn't kill the baby, because that would have definitely ruined the movie for me.
I was just glad they had the nod to Halloween 3 here. My favorite Halloween.
I just wish I could explain, like, even this scene, even though it's obviously on Halloween and there's people trick-or-treating, it just, something about the way it looks lacks atmosphere to me. I don't understand it. I'm not even... Oh, they're lucky. They were about to die. And I seriously don't like how he switches the knife from his left to his right hand. I'm sorry. I guess he is ambidextrous.
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 That's a cool shot.
Yeah, I like when he peeks in the window. But it's like, well, does he just randomly go around killing people? If so, why didn't he kill more people in John Carpenter's Halloween? And if he carries his butcher knife around with him, why didn't he stab more people in John Carpenter's original Halloween? What's the point of having this giant butcher knife if you're not going to do this? What he does to this lady? Because
I think the best John Carpenter film is a tie between The Thing and In the Mouth of Madness.
Violent.
Here's a question for you.
See, like, he's a TJ Miller reject. I can't stand him.
Do you think that Laurie is the real reason Michael escaped, or is it because he wants to relive Judith's murder again?
I mean, you gotta wonder. I was having an argument with somebody the other day about, like, when he breaks out, why would he just all of a sudden, like, he does, if it's not his sister, why would he all of a sudden just go back after her? Like, he's not even gonna know what the fuck she looks like 40 years later, or where she is. And it's
Cody
like,
Leach says Lee is disappointed in you.
What did I do? But like, if you're gonna break out and go after somebody you haven't seen in 40 years, like, and there's no what was the reasoning for him going after her in particular? Because, like I said, in the first one, I think he specifically went after just because he happened to go home and she happened to be standing on his doorstep dropping that key off.
See, I like to believe that there is no actual rhyme or reason.
But if she's not his sister, then what the fuck is the point of him? I get it. He would go back to the Myers house. Does he even go back? Is the Myers house even in this movie? I've seen it twice and I'm not even sure.
No, it's not.
Why not? Why wouldn't the fucking Myers house be in this movie? Why wouldn't he go back home?
Because ain't nobody got time for that.
That's all Michael wants, is to go back home. Hold on. This is one of my other favorite parts of the movie. I know y'all talk about smoking weed.
I love this little boy. I absolutely adore him.
You better not.
He was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole movie.
But no, this babysitter. What the hell is her name? Is it Sarah?
I don't remember.
You're supposed
It's
to be
Vicky.
Anyway, she's my favorite character in the movie, even though I can't remember her name.
Oh, excuse me.
Because the other thing I like about these two is they have that it's a believable relationship, and I'm all about those believable relationships.
Yeah, it's Vicky.
This kid does have a cool ass room with his little animal wallpaper.
Well, that's kind of like the lamp that we have upstairs in Gabe's room. Except for Gabe's is ducks, not the solar system.
Oh, I lied. I totally lied. All of the music in this movie is not great. As soon as they cut to the high school dance, it's like the most atrocious electronica bullshit I've ever heard in my life. And I grew up in the the 80s, late 90s, early 2000s when techno was popular. So I've listened to some stuff before, and this is just...
And the obligatory boyfriend's cheating, but did nothing wrong.
Oh, but hey, we have to appease to like the 16, 17-year-olds in a rated R movie.
Oh shit! The
Like,
shoes are coming off.
This is supposed to be. I knew you were a fucking cheater, you son of a bitch. What Drewski has Alakazam has some Alakazam. I do.
Read Cody's.
There's another flashback scene because I thought the first one was bad enough where she learned how to shoot a gun. Oh, there's Cody Leach's favorite scene in the movie where they throw the phone and the chip
In the pudding. Or whatever that's supposed to be.
Frank, will you be quiet? You be quiet. You go lay down.
Yeah, he'd have been really pretty in the county lockup.
Can you all hear this?
It looks like my knife.
My knife's not as big as the one in the movie.
No, but almost.
I figured, why not watch the movie with a big fucking butcher knife? See, it's like, why couldn't what the fuck is the granddaughter's name? God damn it, Allison. Why couldn't Allison's boyfriend be cool like this dude?
Because all the Strode ladies have to be alienized from men.
I don't know what it is, but something about this dude, he reminds me of somebody I would have hung out with. And I wouldn't want to hang out with the boyfriend or reject TJ Miller. I like that too. You were so getting dry fucked tonight.
We're gonna have.
Why do they keep trying to ruin my video? Anyway, maybe I should feel uncomfortable that there's a bunch of teenagers, even though these people are probably in their 20s, but they're supposed to be teenagers in high school, and they're dry humping on the couch. But hey, uh, have you seen any of the slashers from the 80s? All those people are supposed to be 16, but they're all also 35 to 40 years old. Boogeyman in this house.
I love that.
I love, yeah. Send Dave first. Send Dave first. That's great.
Thank you for putting the knife down.
Well, I didn't want to. I didn't want to drop it on the dog.
I'm gonna have to let the dog out here shortly.
I don't know why he won't quit whining. He gets enough attention. He's just a bad dog. He's a little whiny baby dog.
He's like his daddy. He knows the camera's on. He's got to make noises.
It's funny because anytime my dog is doing something cute and I take my phone out, he immediately stops doing something cute. And there, I guess I do like, obviously, the whole sequence at the babysitter or at the kid's house with the babysitter.
But I do
and
agree
these
with
two.
Johnny Styles, the fact that it sucks that this part was ruined. You know, the whole closet scene was ruined because the trailer
Yeah,
keeps showing
the
it.
fact that they showed it in the trailer, it's like they should have just. I don't know. I don't know how they would have made it better or just not included at all.
Right.
Because there's so many parts of this movie they could have showed in the trailer that wouldn't have fucking ruined the movie. Because that's another part. When I watched the movie, a lot of the stuff that was in the trailer, that was in the movie, it was like, oh, what the fuck was the point of showing that to me in the trailer? You know.
Potatoes.
I mean, if this is this little black kid's house, even though I guess this is a good way to explain why he. I feel like they would have come down there like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because they would have had to hear that. Why am I so terrible at this? I'm sorry, everybody. I thought I could watch this. And, he was in the closet. He was in the motherfucking closet. It scared me.
I'm gonna throw a chair at you, then slip and fall in my sock feet on the hardwood floor. Run, little boy, run. I shouldn't have sat here and ate all those oranges.
And it's also weird because of the fact that the other girls in the movies, like the other girls, like Annie and Linda, in the original Halloween, they were already promiscuous. Whereas this girl doesn't seem like she's promiscuous, especially since she just said, "Oh, you're still getting dry fucked," which insinuates to me that she's a virgin. So why is Michael killing virgins? They breaking the slasher movie rules. I mean, that shit's written in stone. Oh, look, there's the trick-or-treaters.
Oh, there was a witch.
Because I really would like to see a sequel or a remake of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I mean, you don't even have to call it Halloween. Just call it... Oh, nope, they already fucked it up with a movie called Season of the Witch starring Nicolas Cage. Thanks a lot, Nicolas Cage.
I don't think he killed the baby he walked by because, I mean, really, what kind of fight's a baby going to put up?
I guess. Did
Plus,
anybody ever comment and let me know if they can hear you?
Hear who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hear me better than you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because I'm loud tonight.
Sheriff's Department responded to a domestic disturbance. Plus, like by the middle of the movie, there's like it feels like there's just so much going on, cutting back and forth between like Lori and the sheriff and the granddaughter. Like the movie's not focused enough. Like it was focused in the original. And as cool as this kid's room is, it's completely devoid of Halloween atmosphere.
Here's a good point.
Why not make the kid like a horror fan and have him have like
because unless that 11-year-old kid that he stabbed for the Bronco was studying it up in the 5th grade, he probably was a virgin too, and that didn't stop Michael from killing him.
Good point. That's a good point.
Michael Rakes.
Well, I even said, what the fuck is the point? Or what's the deal with Michael killing kids?
Well, Kyle Winfrey says it's because they wanted to get rid of all that lore. Michael is just crazy. Everyone dies.
Not that I'm complaining that this movie has extra kills in it, because like the kills are some saving grace to this movie. Even though some of the people you want to see die, their deaths are cool, but goddamn, why is it gonna take so long? Like if you're gonna make somebody that annoying, or maybe they didn't even know they were making the T.J. Miller character so annoying. I mean, they had to have like watched the dailies and be like, God damn, we should have got some other kid because nobody's gonna like this guy, and we're gonna wait forever to kill him.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Glass. I'm going to get us some tickets for next week to go see it.
Hold on, did that person just have Michael's birthday on it?
It said 10/31. Was it 14?
I don't know.
It was 10/31 something. Yeah, what about poor Billy the stuttering kid in H5?
Well, no, seriously, I think the movie would have been better if it would have just been Lori living her life. And like I could see her, being somewhat like extra protective, but I don't see her going full Sarah Connor, Rambo like she does in this movie. I think that was just a little too thick. Come on, a little too thick. That makes sense? Is that the right saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That is true. We can't talk about the other quote unquote Halloween sequels because there is no other Halloween sequels. There's just the one in 1978 and this one. Okay, that's enough.
Frank.
I'll let him out.
That's right. My dog's the same name as the sheriff. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
I think you just stole my cup and you're lucky I just had water.
Yeah, I need some water, so some ice cold water.
Before you're done, you have to show Frank. Call him up to your lap. Don't want to show me.
Frank, come here. There he is. There's an old dog. There's Toki. There's Toki. They're old dogs. Yeah, they're old dogs. Not sponsored.
Yes, Frank is a boxer. Savini Jason, you only love Frank and Gary, really?
What? I didn't
My
say.
dog is more loving. Toki's sweeter than Frank.
This character was like in every high school in the 90s. He'd always go after his best friend's girl and say, you know what? He's not right for you. You need somebody that's going to cherish you and treat you like a princess. Not that I, wasn't that guy at one point, but I wasn't this fucking desperate. I don't know. This kid he's so cringy. I can't stand it.
Thank you. I love Toki too, Maggie.
What?
I got some people showing some love for Toki.
Oh, isn't that precious? Oh, are we getting to the worst part of the movie?
Yes.
Like I said, I just cannot stand Sartain's accent. Like, oh, it's a twist that he's a villain. It's like he's speaking. He sounds straight up like a villain from like a cartoon.
Yeah, if they just had to have him an accent that screamed, "Up, I'm a villain."
Yeah, he should be walking around going like this.
Johnny Styles says that tattoo said 10/31/18.
Oh.
Ha ha! So that means that person just got that tattoo in their friend's basement that day.
Uh-oh.
There he is. Come on.
Now, see, maybe I've been a little hard on Judy Greer because when she's calling and leaving the message on Allison's voicemail, that's pretty good delivery. But it's like when she's just talking normal, her voice is so goddamn shrill and like nails on a chalkboard to me.
Nails on a chalkboard.
This kid's face is just so goddamn punchable. And then he's like a total raper.
Michael Rake says, I think we all tried to mooch it on some dude's girlfriend by saying how much that guy sucked at some
Hold on,
point.
I keep trying to put these in so I can hear the dialogue.
Well, just leave one in. He says, I think we all tried to mooch it on some dude's girlfriend by saying how much that guy sucked at some point in time, but have some goddamn self-respect at the same time. This kid here is a whiny douchebag. Yeah,
all these girls are dancing on me.
He's the
like if this is totally fucking a T.J. Miller ripoff. He's like channeling his inner fucking T.J. Miller. He even looks like T.J. Miller from when he was in Cloverfield.
Ben Grimm wants to know, would you want this team working on the sequel?
I mean, the directing wasn't completely useless. But I don't know. And it's not like the cinematography's bad. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fucking filmmaker. I don't know how to make atmosphere. This movie just doesn't seem like it has atmosphere. Like there's small hints throughout every once in a while. But even when they were walking down the street, before they get to the part where he tries to make a move on her. The shot looks good, but it doesn't feel good. You know? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
Kid
about.
Zombie, I'm going to read some of your comments to Andy later.
And then this
But
part, it's like I couldn't wait for him to die.
some of your comments were made while I was out in the kitchen letting the dogs out. Yes, they should have emojis for all horror characters. He wants to rant for the reason why there's not a Michael Myers emoji.
Now, this part of the score, at least that's one thing about this kid. He's got one of the best death scenes, and the music during his death scene is some of the best in the movie. I mean, honestly, the music totally redeems this movie, makes it, you know, at least worth sitting through. This part too, when the spotlight hits Allison and reveals him on the fence, it almost sounds like a music box, and then that bass kicks in, and then there's Michael. So yeah, this is when the movie starts kicking into gear for me and getting really like. Because the first time I watched it the first time I watched it up until I believe, I guess the babysitter, when they reveal, I don't even know if I saw the babysitter's death originally in the theater. I just saw the reveal under the sheet, and I wasn't really fully jolted awake until the scene with that kid getting put on the fence, and then once that music kicked in, that woke me up, and I sat up and kind of got excited. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Michael Rake says old fake ass TJ Miller should have laid off the Funyuns for a night. Maybe he would have got up over that fence. And then Kid Zombie said, I love the Shape Chases Allison soundtrack. It's very deep and scary and a really good amount of creepy. Like, did they give us a seizure warning before going into the theater on this? I hate rollers. I absolutely hate rollers.
Be quiet. Anyway, even like the shots where Sartain doesn't say anything and he's just standing there in the background, it's like, what fucking purpose are you even serving to this movie? I mean, I get it. You're supposed to be Michael's doctor. You're serving the same purpose that Loomis was supposed to serve in the original, but you're not Loomis, you know. And then you turn out to be some fuckface.
No, you don't get candy.
Well, like I said, you know, you could tell right away that there's something. Nobody fucking has that accent and is just, you know, an all around good person. Mm-hmm. No offense if you're an all around good person and you have that accent. Anyway, you got anything else to fucking add?
Not right now. Savini Jason said that's the music Drewski listens to when he gears up for Taco Bell.
Toki, why don't you quit making noise? I mean, who has that much patience to sit there and wait for somebody for 40 fucking years that you don't know? It's not like they love each other.
She wasn't just...
Like, even the fucking look on Sartain's face in every scene in this movie. What do you mean don't hit him? That was pretty cool. That was pretty
That
cool.
was cool.
They just hit Michael with the car. See, it's like you want to talk about Laurie getting killed unceremoniously in Halloween Resurrection. What the fuck just happened to Frank? What the fuck just happened to Frank? Like, I think that's what did it for me. That put a fucking sour taste in my mouth. The fact that I already didn't like Sartain, and then he goes and kills one of my like favorite characters in the movie, and it was just such a fucking cheap shot. I guess, oh, look, it's a Bravo movie. You fucking invoked some kind of emotion out of me, but anger isn't like necessarily an emotion. Even though there's a lot of movies I really like that made me angry watching the first time, this isn't the kind of anger I'm trying to get. It's like, you fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah, Kid Zombie, I'm agreeing with you. How have I been watching this for an hour? I'm sitting here just listening to him ramble. No sound.
We did have subtitles on earlier. And see, that's so gay. That is so gay. Like 90s gay. It's 90s gay. When Sartain stands up and the music hits and he just looks like a fucking jackass because he's short and stalky and the mask is too big for his head.
Yeah, Officer Frank did not deserve that BS.
Why couldn't Michael have killed him?
See, that would have been I wouldn't have been so upset. I wouldn't have been so salty.
Like if Sartain was going to kill somebody, he could have killed like one of the deputies or something. It's so fucking stupid. The whole fucking theory. Oh, Michael's pursuit of some bitch that he saw standing on his porch one time 40 fucking years ago. He's got to go get her. He's been waiting 40 years to go kill somebody he don't know. And here's everybody else's favorite fucking part of the movie with the banh mi sandwich.
Apparently, the kick-ass score was made from playing the guitar with the bass bow, like Jimmy Page. We're just talking about the sandwich.
I mean, it's not like this scene is like terrible.
But is it necessary?
But it's not funny and it's not necessary. I mean, it seems like a conversation between Danny McBride and Seth Rogen or something.
True.
The sandwich scene. Well, somebody else brought up the fact that Michael doesn't go after Laurie, that Laurie goes after him, but it's still the same thing. I get it. He killed two, three of your friends way back when, but I don't know. But that's not even what ruins the movie for me. I think it might be the whole Sartain character, just the casting choices they made. That's probably my biggest issue with the movie is the casting choices.
So yeah, basically in this movie they go after each other.
Which is still relatively far-fetched. Especially, like I said, if his whole sole purpose for going after her in the first movie was she was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, Johnny Styles, I would like that pen. That's a neat pen.
But yeah, I am glad that Sartain got it so viciously. But this kill right here when he stomps his face, it's not believable. And it would have been more effective if they would have shown him kick him like 5 or 6 times, and then it just smash into goop. Have you ever seen Irreversible?
Right? It took how many hits with that fire extinguisher?
How many of you would have been pissed if when Sartain said "say something," he goes "die"? Huh? Would that have would that have cracked you up? What's Magdalene Mermaid's thing?
Not a bagel scene this time.
That fucking turn you on? Hold on, I'm gonna pop off camera for just a second. There's only 13 people watching. Nobody likes me.
What time of the night is it? Some people have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it is 10:30 at night, but I don't blame anybody for not wanting to watch me watch this movie.
I didn't really want to watch you watch this movie, but here we are.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you?
I am kinda.
Oh,
Good call, Kyle Winfrey. Instead
just
of modified,
just hitting my vape.
instead of a modified $300,000 trap house, she should have bought a ranch in Montana, raised horses, and been far, far away from him.
Hold on, who said that?
Worries. Kyle Winfrey.
Yeah. Why would you stay if you're fucking that traumatized? Why would you stay in the same fucking area? Like, wouldn't you just move to Montana and raise horses? That's what I would do if some mass killer stalked me and my friends on a Halloween night in 1978. I wouldn't sit around for 40 years waiting for him to escape or causing his escape. Because I mean, I am on the side that think that Lori probably caused the bus crash, especially being that she watched him drive out. She knew he was out, and then after the bus crash, she was sitting in her car crying. Was she crying that he was out, or was she crying that she let him out? Now this part is cool, but they stole it from the Dent Schoolhouse because we have these hanging in a room at the Dent Schoolhouse.
We actually have had them for 3 years. What did we have for supper? I had,
and it looks exactly
2 Cholitos with sour cream, and he had a large extreme cheese 3-way from Skyline.
I shouldn't have did it. Finally, no more peanut butter dick jokes.
Oh no! I guess he might have offered Michael his peanut butter coated dick penis, and Michael got a little offended.
The weird thing, like the movie's not that long, but it feels too long. Granted, it's probably due to the unnecessary scenes put in the movie. Like maybe if it was shaved down a little bit, I would like it that much more.
Yeah, I think there was a bit too much fluff in it.
Yeah, but like this part of the score, and like I said, I don't like the ending of the movie, but it's not to say that the third act's completely terrible. but it's like, why would you fucking stand up against the door? If you have all these locks and shit on the door, why the fuck would you have some glass windows on your door? As cool as this is, I mean, I love watching bitches get their head slammed against the door.
Right. If her house was that, foolproof, she would have had at least.
Yeah, she would have thought to have that
glass,
boarded
like,
up.
Should have at least had the kind of glass like we had in the school in the doors that had the wire in it.
Or here, get this. Everybody stop to think. What if, instead of having this happen to Lori, have the granddaughter come in the house,
Ooh,
and as
she
soon
done
as the
shot his
granddaughter
fingers
comes in the
off.
house, then come through the glass, even though she still wouldn't have the glass like that. But yeah, that sucks. It would suck to have like 3 fingers shot off of your hand. That would suck.
Yep, that
Because that was probably his
is over.
That was probably his stabbing hand because it looked like his left hand, even though he's ambidextrous. He's ambidextrous.
Now he's gonna just have. He can't have 2 girlfriends anymore, just one.
I'll be quiet.
Hey, you don't know what he's done this whole time.
She thinks what she's doing is funny.
I know what I'm doing is funny.
Oh, no. She said, okay, so she says I was wrong to raise you the way I did. No, you were wrong to fucking leave the glass in that window so that all he had to do was punch through it and then move the fucking bar and walk right in the fucking house. So much for having the fucking windows fucking reinforced and all this shit just to have some glass that's easily breakable with your fist. And then, you can just remove the bar and walk right in. That's cool. It's just like feedback. Like I said, Michael's badass in this movie. Just watching him walk around. I mean, I would have rather just watched Michael walk around than participate in any of the scenes involving Laurie's family. I personally think it might even have been better to just not even have Laurie's family. Like, because if she's that fucked up, if she's this fucked up, and I get it, they explain it. She's been all these failed marriages. Like, why not just have it where, yeah, she is a lonely old crazy lady, doesn't have any family. Sure, he wouldn't have had nobody else to kill, but maybe since he wasn't coming after her, she was going after him. Maybe he just breaks out, goes on a killing spree, like what happens in this movie, and then she just goes after him. But just what's the point of having all these family members? Maybe have her have a daughter, or I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is not the movie I wanted. Is basically what I'm getting at. This is the Michael Myers I wanted, though. Like if they would have put this Michael Myers in any of the other sequels.
Well, first off, Michael Myers wouldn't be able to break into my fortified house.
Well, obviously,
wouldn't be able to do that.
Obviously. Like she made it super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience.
Almost as if, maybe she did want him to get in. That makes sense now. She put all these padlocks and locks on the door and left the glass there so that she could lock it. And then when she escapes from him, she knew that would give her enough time to whatever. I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
That does make sense that she wanted it to be fortified, but not break-in proof.
Because obviously for her plan to work, he's going to have to get into the house.
Kind of like the Roach Motel. Roaches check in, but they don't check out. She let him in.
The other problem with Judy Greer in my eyes is I don't buy her as her daughter. As cool as the mannequin scene is, it's not very Halloweeny.
Whatever.
It was kind of generic. It was kind of generic. As cool as it was. See, I'm terrible at my job. What's my favorite Freddy and Jason kill? My favorite Freddy kill is Johnny Depp because the him or Tina, like the kills in the first fucking movie are hard to top. Uh, and then my favorite Jason kill. Oh, I knew what
I
this
still
was.
think my favorite has to be Andy from part 3,
I
where
do
he's
like-
walking on his hands.
I do
and
like
just
that kill. Favorite Jason kill. There's so many good ones. There's so many good ones. Possibly part 6 when he bends the sheriff backwards.
Oh yeah, the sleeping bag against the tree.
Well, that's just everybody says that. Hey, but hey, we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about Michael Myers. As far as Michael Myers goes, what's my favorite Michael Myers kill?
Oh, it has to be when the spoiled brat kid gets put in front of the television and it starts pulsing, and then he turns into snakes and centipedes. That's my favorite Halloween kill.
No, I said Michael Myers kill.
I don't like Michael Myers.
Anyway, my favorite Michael Myers kill. I mean, I am particular to the scene where he stabs Bill or whatever his name is to the door. Is it Bill? Where he stabs him to the door. That's a cool scene, but I have to go with the nurse in Halloween 2 when he drowns her in the boiling water because titties.
Yep.
What?
Baby Jason just said the hot tub death in H2.
Oh,
Halloween
woo, you just said that because you're a pervert too. Fucking pervert. Oh, look at that package on that mannequin. Jesus Christ.
Anatomically correct mannequins.
Yeah, everybody, if you're not hip.
Oh shit, that wasn't a mannequin.
All right, well, see, this is probably the best part of the movie because the scene coming up. Obviously, that was a genuine reaction to a jump scare, but it was an effective jump scare, and it scared me. They're in the room with the mannequins, and Michael just came out and got her, and there she goes over the balcony. She dead. Now, what if this right here is where the movie ends? What if she gets knocked out and she's in a coma? And they start off the sequel where Michael escaped and she's in the hospital.
He looked like a man.
What if that happens?
I tell you everything.
And see, I feel like there was no purpose for what's her ass to lose her cell phone because, like, aside from getting freaked out in the woods a couple times, she made it home pretty easily. And I feel like the movie spends too much time trying to build suspense, and then when it get to the suspense, it happens too fast.
Michael, have a good night.
Bye.
Bob's and Vegana.
thanks everybody for staying with me. Those of you who are still here. Uh, if I ever do this again, I'll try to be funnier. Maybe I'll watch a movie that I've seen a million times that I love. Well, I'll watch a movie that I actually like or something. I don't know. I know not that I don't like this movie. I like it enough to accidentally spend $20 on it, obviously.
That just looked like he got something stuck in a desk drawer.
Michael's trying to break into the basement. Oh, Karen Strode. Better get your gun. This fucking music right here. If anybody's watching along with me and you can hear the music that I'm listening to.
Night or dawn?
It's like a Halloween action score.
You've been asked night or dawn since you love those.
What?
Night or dawn?
Who said
since
that?
you love this? Kyle Winfrey.
You see it?
Yeah.
Even though I got this more prominently pronounced. I don't know if you. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead. I also own more copies of Night of the Living Dead than I do Dawn of the Dead. But one of these days I'll have like all the copies of Dawn of the Dead. She got him. And that Lori fucking coming into from the darkness to the light, going "Happy Halloween, Michael." It looked so fake. I don't know why. What was so fake? Like, I don't know the way it's just a spotlight. It's right on her. Fucking cheesy, and not like the '80s cheesy way, and like the 2018 cheesy way.
Oh, okay, I get it. Kyle was asking for you to do one of these on Night of the Living
what?
Dead. Kyle was actually asking for you to do a commentary on either Night or
Oh,
Dawn.
duh,
One
yeah.
of these things.
That'll definitely work. Maybe when I get back, like, because I don't know. I feel like I'm out of my element. I'm sitting here trying to pay attention, but then trying to talk about what I'm watching and trying to sound articulate.
And see, so that right there tells us that she wanted this to be done on purpose. Why else would she have all those heating elements in the basement?
Well, also, did she go to college for engineering? Who the fuck built
No,
this
she
shit?
slept with all these redneck guys that could do home improvements the way she wanted.
Are you being serious?
Did you not hear when I said that to you before? Just like Sarah Connor?
Yeah.
We just lit the basement on fire, but let's stand here anyway. Good night, Mickey.
And we have this haunting Halloween score as the flames fill the house. And it's like, what?
I don't know. It's burning her house.
Well, I waited 40 years for them to fucking lock Michael Myers in a fucking basement and light him on fire. That's what he gets. That's almost as bad as fucking falling off a roof after getting stabbed. I mean, it's a cool shot. It looks pretty, but fire just looks pretty in general. Oh, where did Michael go?
Where'd he go?
Where did he go?
Where is he?
Did he go get ready for the sequel? Is Laurie mortally wounded? Why is the granddaughter holding the knife like that? That was it. Now, if you're watching along, that's cool. It's like, I don't know what they're doing, but that's a unique spin on the original theme. Oh, but oh my God. It's not that I don't like the movie. It's just that there's so many things about the movie I don't like. Does that make... I don't know. I don't know. It just disappointed me so much.
So now, after the third time that you've seen
because
this,
look, I am a
what is
fan.
your take? Is your take
I am
still
a
the same?
fan of Danny McBride. Okay, I am a fan of what's his name, Richard Green, Robert Van Winkle. I fucking don't. I don't know. I don't remember his name. David Allen Coe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, whatever the dude's name is. I've seen his other movies. I liked them all except for Your Highness. I expected more from them, I guess, is my biggest problem. I expected more from them. They did definitely get Michael Myers right. Obviously, they got the music right with John Carpenter. I'm disappointed in the casting. I think the girl who played Allison did a decent job, but I feel like they could have, like, if the babysitter would have played Allison's role and they would have switched, but then maybe that would have ruined the babysitter. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I wanted to hate this movie. It's just people act like it's the greatest thing ever, and it's really not. It's mediocre at best. But so are all of the other Halloween. Like, don't get me wrong, Halloween, the original, is a classic, and it's filled with atmosphere somehow because John Carpenter is really, really good with atmosphere. All of his movies have a specific atmosphere to them. This movie did not have. I mean, even Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 had atmosphere. Halloween 6 had atmosphere. H2O didn't have atmosphere. I noticed that because I just reviewed H2O not too long ago. That didn't have that atmosphere. Yeah. It all comes down to atmosphere, I guess, and casting. Oh, and the whole story, the whole script to this movie, I did not care for. But Michael alone and the music alone make the movie worth watching. So yeah, I'm a stick with a C. I'm taking away the plus, so it still gets a C. Anyway, holy shit, an hour and 45 minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll do better next time, I promise. Okay. Oh, thanks, Cindy. You should check out some of my other videos. Even my nobody ever watches my non-horror movie reviews because my blind spotting review, I put a lot of effort into it. Put a lot of effort into it, and then there's other stuff that I put a lot of effort into. Nobody watches them because they're not in a playlist and they're not easy to find. I need to get my shit together, and I will. I'll get my shit together one of these days. I got this microphone. I'm going to get this other microphone. I'm going to get a fancy webcam, and I'm going to get a fancy lighting setup, and I'm going to like clean off my background, dust it off, and put some cool stuff back there for y'all to have focal points. And then it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We'll get better because thanks to Sean Chandler, he posted a video about the equipment he uses, and it helped me out a lot. I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try to get better equipment because, it's only been like my first year. So I'm still new at this. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but I got plans for the future. I got plans for the future because, I got nothing better to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Good night, Bernie.
Make sure you comment in the other thing or do something. Go over to, I don't know. Johnny Styles, you're disgusting. No, I'm kidding. I love you.